Hi, everybody. My name is Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food with Keto, Carnivish, and Carnivore. And this video is just just be aware of the season because it's coming at us. And all I seem to see, hear, read about are ketofying things or the real deal. And so I just need to just get this message out. It seems like an okay, permission given thing to do this time of year. Ketofying the old standards so everybody's happy and the table, the buffet table is laden with at least 25 different items. It's not just the steak with a pat of butter. No, no, no. It's all the things that you may have eaten, or you know that the company would like to eat. This is when I say delegate. You have the people that like their mac and cheese, the people that like their great big salads, the people that like their holiday cookies and things like that. All have them all bring them themselves. Delegate it. Get it off your table. Well, it will be on your table. And then you have to practice what I talk about year round, which is squinting, which is something I need to do with Greg's stash of things. I don't even see it anymore. It's not mine. And trust me, it's all over the bistro table because he needs to see at a glance, like I do with my clothes and my boots, what's available to just pop. That's how he does it. He does his OMAD with me, which is the laid table of things that I've done videos of. And then he just pops all the things that are incredible trigger foods or things that we get cravings for. But ketofying things is a whole world that is just concerning to me. Like I saw pigs in a blanket done with hot dogs and fathead pizza crust. Is it legal? Of course it's legal. But you know, is it a triggering thing? Is there much nutrition in any of that? No, no. You know, one hot dog surrounded by fathead pizza crust. I mean, if it's a treat, it's one thing. But if this is how, you know, you've conducted your keto lifestyle with a lot of ketofyed things, the thing that always concerns me are the ketofyed desserts. There are just so many people out there that do the videos, that have the pictures, and I don't know, they must be half my age because how can you continue to lose weight when you make all these keto goodies? But they do. This channel is for older people who, you know, don't have a lot of playing room in their food plans. They've got chronic things for which there may be no cure, there may be no pill, and they need to cope daily with some sort of aging process pain. You know I count myself among those. I had that thing for 2 years, didn't know quite what it was. Finally had the big MRI done, and it ends up it's osteoarthritis, which is great because it's a whole lot less than any of the things my little feisty imagination could have come up with. And what's the cure? Well, I do have those Salon Pass patches. They come like this. I cut them in half and I plop one on top of it. It's kind of on the rounded part of my calf, like right past the shin. You go to the shin, you take a right, and you go about 3 inches, and there's the place. And my 800 milligrams of ibuprofen, sometimes a Tylenol when it's not that painful. And so I have these 3 things that I can do for it, but there is no cure. It's not like it's a muscle that could be exercised and feels better. So it is controlled with my diet mostly. And my diet consists of meat, eggs, ghee, butter, and the modified fathead pizza on Saturday. And that's how I control it. And you know, I have good days, so-so days, and days that I'm very aware that it's there. And so we learn to cope with our things. But if any of you have gone from, I don't know, Jenny Craig and Weight Watchers and Standard American Diet to low carb, high fat to keto to a more carnivore way of eating, you might have noticed that your pain lessens, your sleep improves, your night cramps can kind of go away. There's a lot of magnesium. I take a lot of well, I don't know if it's a lot, but I take it. And to reduce the cramps, the leg cramps, I still get them at times. And it's just part of the deal. That's how we go along. But the meat definitely, definitely, definitely feels healing and is healing to my body. Is it this way for everybody? Obviously not, because a lot of people still have veggies or salads or some sort of ketofying item that works for them. I guess you could say my modified fathead pizza is a ketofying item that works for me. But my concern is more of the casseroles and the desserts that come out in abundance this time of year. Hoping that you're very, very mindful of things. And, I just saw a little snippet of a cannabis making bakery or a bakery that uses cannabis and everything. I guess we have to be careful of that. Maybe some hosts think it would be funny to get people to eat that stuff and not know what's there. So we have to be careful, especially this time of year, because it's a daily push, push, push. Whether it's something that you're hosting, whether it's something that you're attending, whether it's something going on in the office, the little dishes of everything comes out. The snack size that I always say come with that giggle. The person that takes one of the snack size and giggles, oh, I couldn't resist. It's just been talking to me all day. Is it worth it? Of course it's not worth it. Does it go on? Yes. I mean, I've worked in all those offices where all those things happen. I've worked in the sort of offices where people drop off all kinds of baked goods through the season to have, in the office. It's very, very hard. You go into the break room, it's like a bakery on display. You go to the front desk, there's little jars and dishes and samplings of everything. It's very, very hard. Practicing the fine art of squinting becomes something that you need to do all the way around. And don't be pulled into doing ketofying recipes for yourself. It's a very slippery slope. Aging in place without getting, flabby and fat or gaining more pounds is tough enough. And if you're like me doing carnivore, I've put on weight doing carnivore. Most women assure me that have been down the carnivore path, assure me that it will go away after a few months. It's just your body grabbing all the nourishment it can after so many years of, the standard American diet, the modified standard American diet, and even, having a bowl of veggies or a big salad bowl of lettuces and other things in a salad, just as fillers to go around the meat. When we get to be carnivore, what's going around the meat is a pat of butter or an egg or two or something like that. And we just learned that this is the new way of eating. That's how we get full. I know that my full button takes a while longer to say, okay, you're safe. It happened yesterday with my ribeye steak. It was probably 14 ounces of beef with fat. I don't eat all the fat, but there's fat within, like some of the trimming I had, but I don't have like bites of fat. I usually give that to Greg. And so I knew when I was done my steak, Greg had some left, and he said, do you want it? And I said, no, because I'd eat it. He said, so? He doesn't get food addict. And it's like, it's not on my plate when I sit down to eat. So to me, that would be crossing that line into overeating. even if my body said it was still hungry, because I know when it's a hunk of beef, it's going to take a little while longer. It's like the veggies get there faster, right? And so if I'm not having the veggies, then I have to know that oh yeah, now I get it. Now I get my satiation. The satiation button gets pushed a few minutes later. It's like 20, 25 minutes, sometimes even a half hour before I feel that, okay, that worked. Yep, glad I didn't have the extra. Because then I would have had that overeating guilt. And if any of you are overeaters, you know what I'm saying. I mean, is 2 more ounces of steak going to kill me? No. But my head knows I overate. I took something off of Greg's plate and still ate it. I had his permission and Ms. Slick's permission, but I didn't have my permission to just, wait for the satiation and the content and the just enough. Wait for that Goldilocks moment. It will happen. I mean, it was a big ribeye, and it was plenty. It was cooked on the big green egg, and I had it. I didn't use extra butter, so it was just all steak. And I had to trust the process that this beef would work for me. And it does. I just have to give it a little more time than I used to when I was having, the veggies on the side, which was a big green egg sundae thing. And so I need to be mindful of that. But I'm not into ketofying. I do put some xyla, and I do put some keto that is sweetened with monk fruit in my coffee. But it doesn't set up a craving. I'm not at Dairy Queen, as soon as they open for business. I'm not, browsing the bakery at regular stores. I'm not looking to make a keto-fi dessert. I'm totally content, excuse me, thank you, with how this goes, and that's that. I have it, it's done. I don't know, it satisfies in so many different ways. That's how my coffee is. And so that's how I go about my day. What am I having today? Well, I'm having a porterhouse steak, also cooked on the big green egg, and it's got a beautiful tenderloin. And I will be having that unaccompanied for my winner, this is your dinner. And it works for me. I really feel that meat heals. Sometimes I have pork. I like it, but it's not as satiating as beef. Some of you have also mentioned that in your comments. And so beef it is. And I'm loving how life is going with that. Greg and I are so funny with our Brazilian butchery. We say, as long as we can afford the meat from here, that's how our lives are going to go. And he said, don't you buy any meat from the regular stores anymore. The burger is divine. The steaks are divine. And that's dinner. That's how it rolls. So thank you so much for watching. This has been Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food, with her little Goldilocks way of eating. Thanks for watching. Please comment below. I'll see you the next time. Bye-bye for now.